Alrighty, let's begin. Love this cutscene.
Help us.
Temporary lag spike there, but that's alright. Good thing it happened during the cutscene. Let's do this. Okay, that should do. Halfway through the fight. Didn't even take a hit. God damn, that was impressive. If I may say so myself. Oh god. So nervous. Happily do this
all along
in the comfort of my own home, but when I've got an audience, get all nervous. Heart starts pumping a mile a minute.
my guiding moonlight.
My guiding moonlight. I love this. Okay. Ooh. Got walloped. Let's try that again, shall we? Ludwig, everybody. Fucking easy, boss. Don't even stress. Alright, so I was silent for most of that because I was concentrating. Would you say, Jiggins? Hardest thing in the game? Yeah, actually, many people find this to be among the hardest bosses in the game. Probably, it's definitely in the top 3 as far as a general consensus is concerned.
Good hunter of the church.
It's definitely my favorite boss fight in the whole game, though.
Church hunters, the honorable Spartans. I hoped they would be.
Let's put his mind at ease.
Good. That is a relief. To know I did not suffer such denigration for nothing. Even in this darkest of nights, I see the moonlight.
His story is pretty tragic, all things considered. And there is the best weapon in the game. Oh yeah. Well, certainly my favorite weapon in the game. Wait, can I still talk to him? What? Okay, fair. Alright, put him out of his misery. Okay. And at this point, I'm going to quit out and load up my other save so we can take apart the boss fight. So Jiggins Ludwig is he's an old hunter, one of the first, in fact, and he went insane trying to find the moonlight, as he called it, which was end up taking the form of the sword when it presents itself to him. But it's theorized that he was chasing like some eldritch knowledge, sort of got a bit too much knowledge and went a bit insane. But prior to going insane, he founded the Executioners, which is a branch of hunters in the lore of this game that are, um, well, among other things, they committed genocide at Canehurst, but they're also, they were supposedly on the good side. They definitely started pioneering the more advanced beast hunting techniques that get employed by your character in this game. So it's, pardon me. So I've got down here. I've got like a stream and mirror file. Actually, it's a good time to show all my bloody save files. So this is my main one, which is up to New Game Plus 6. I'm probably gonna stream that later down the track, I reckon. But for now, I'm going to load up my stream mirror, which is an identical file to what I've been using to stream. It's what I've been doing my practice on. That's what I've been, planning ahead for what I want to talk about and what I'm going to show off. So now we're going to go into that Ludwig boss fight again, and I'm gonna take apart how we tackle it in a relatively safe manner. So. On the way in, just gonna grab the blood vials down here. Oh, perfect timing. Alright, sweet. Alright, so yes, the fog gate's here. I've already fought Ludwig a few times. Oh shit, I got grabbed. That's embarrassing. Alright, looks like my eyes are getting scooped out. Let's just... it's annoying. Alright. Oh, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to break down is his first phase, also called his beast phase. Probably going to end up dying to it at some stage because I'm not going to fight back. I'm going to try and dodge the attacks and show what the safe strategy is and what the counterplay is. So, first thing I want to get at is that I consider Ludwig's, in his first phase, his attacks sort of have two categories. Ones that are either safe to dodge backwards or ones where you dodge to the side. And for these categories, if you do the wrong kind of dodge, you're going to get fucked on. Some of his attacks have a relatively short hitbox, and if you dodge backwards, it then puts you in a perfect spot to counterattack. However, plenty of the other ones, he carries himself forward, so dodging backwards you'll still get hit, dodging to the side puts you into a safe spot. So with that in mind, we're gonna jump in. What do I first want to touch upon? So yeah, first thing I'm gonna try and touch upon his sort of, I'm gonna say his basic attacks and how to find your opportunities to counterattack in those. So, when we go in, the first thing he does is a sort of dashing attack at you, which I always dodge to the left, which then gives you a perfect opportunity to hit twice. So that spin attack there is one of your safe attacks. It is relatively telegraphed, and you can position yourself just outside of the hitbox and get an attack on his face afterwards. Attack he did just before then, where he swipes 4 times, is another one that's like one of his safe attacks. So yeah, a spin attack, you can just put yourself just outside and then swing it and hit him in the head afterwards. It's quite easy to just use that as one of your main opportunities for approach. His other basic attack is one where he attacks 4 times. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all I do is just generally step backwards, and then on his 4th attack start moving in to get ready for that attack. 2 and 3, 4, and then he's open. Now, in terms of attacking, I'm using a heavy weapon and just going for 1 hit at a time. I personally think that's safer than using a light weapon and going for multiple attacks because it's my strategy. You could use a faster weapon like this and try and hit twice, but I think it's just more dangerous. I think the timing works better if you use a heavy weapon. Yep, nice safe attack. 3, 4, and then just attack him in the face. Now he takes more damage in his head as well. It's common to just keep dodging around and try to hit him in the back, but he takes less damage. Actually, no, he doesn't. Looks like he takes about the same. Whoops, shit. That was more damage than I wanted. Alright. Ooh, shit. He comboed me nicely there. Alright, next thing I want to talk about is his audio cues. So just there, that was his dash attack, which can one-hit you if you're a lower level. And it's sounded by this hideous, low-pitched scream. And that's an important audio cue to know, because, oh shit, I almost get fucked on. That's our healing option here. Shit. 1, 2, damn it. Yeah, what's cracking, fam? Hey, Chris, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I was about to say welcome to the screen. Whoops. Just trying to pick apart the Ludwig boss fight. Explain all the opportunities for counterplay that exist in his moveset. If you skip back to the start of the stream, you can watch me kill him quite handily. But for this fight. The point isn't to kill him, the point is to learn and to get as good as dodging as possible. Regrettably, I did just let him kill me, which is kind of awkward, but that's alright. Gotten through about half my notes that I want to talk about for his first phase. So the next thing I want to talk about is audio cues, because this is something which I don't see a lot of people discussing online. Because he has... The audio cues are really relevant in his jump attack. 2, 3, 4, hit. Because he has 2 jump attacks, and if you don't know which one he's doing, you'll just get fucked on. But you don't have to guess, as long as you listen to the scream that he makes. So one of his jumps is what I'm going to say the shorter jump, and he sort of just lands... He lands back down almost immediately. See if I can get him to do it. There we go, that one. So it was kind of a high-pitched scream, and he just sort of jumps up and then lands back down quite almost immediately, and you can just roll forwards to dodge it. But his other jump, if we can get him to do it, he starts it off with this really hideous scream, which is the same sound that he uses when doing his dash attack, and that scream indicates that he's going to hang up in the air for longer. So we'll see if we can... We'll sort of bait around him for a bit. I see that also has an audio cue there for that attack. He sort of has like this low, like this. Anyways, just want him to use his other jump attack. Who knows how long it'll be before he uses it. I might hit him a couple of times, but I think he uses it more when he's lower health. So let's just, yeah. Good thing about having a heavy weapon like this is you can stagger him on like 2 attacks usually. So that gives you an opportunity to hit more than once. Increase your damage. Oop, missed that one. Okay. Now his breath attacks are also usually a nice opportunity to go in for a hit because you can dodge through them. But you don't have to. If you... Alright, so here we go. So that sound, that's a sound to remember because not only does it signal that dash attack, which can almost kill you in one hit, it signals his, I'm going to say his lingering jump. Oh, now this attack, it's like a weird 7-hit combo that brings him really far forwards. And it's kind of hard to dodge. You have to make a decision in the moment whether to dodge backwards or dodge to the side, and that's based upon your spacing. So if he does it again, I might be able to explain what I'm thinking. Alright, so I'm just gonna... Oh shit. So you can dodge through that and get a hit off or 2. Alright, here we go. That's the one. He made the worst scream, and you can just run. And then he actually makes a little audio cue when he's about to land there. So that same sound he'll do before the longer jump. And if he does hang up in the air, all you have to do is sprint and you'll dodge the attack. Whereas that one you actually have to roll to avoid. Kind of the problem with trying to explain all these things on the fly is I can't control what attack he's about to do. That's alright. Alrighty. And I explained it before, but that spin attack he does is one of his best. It's like one of the best opportunities for a counter attack, just because hitbox is so, like, predictable. 3, 4, hit him in the face. Alright, I'm not going to take that visceral attack because I'm not done with this part of the boss fight and I don't want to move on to the next one just yet. So the other thing I want to talk about is sometimes you can dodge into under his belly if you're in a clutch situation. I wouldn't recommend it if you, like, I wouldn't force it, but a lot of his attacks won't hit you if you're like here under his belly. A lot of his hitboxes won't quite get you, but some of them will. So it's not like I don't know, it dodges about 3/4 of his attacks if you're under his belly, but it's a dangerous place to be because a few of his attacks will still get you. So like, yeah, it's an opportunity if you're like, it's a clutch to keep track of. Now that attack there is a bit wild. It's hard to pick where the hit. Oh, hang on, there we go. So listen, you can hear when he falls. There we go. So I heard when he was about to land, and got that attack. Annoyingly, I wasn't actually ready to kill him in that part yet, but that's okay. It's alright. Let's jump onto his second phase. So his second phase seems... His attacks definitely do more damage in his second phase, but they're also more methodical and more predictable. So, I don't know, it can... Some people find it easier. I don't know, I think it's about the same personally. I think this boss very clearly exemplifies FromSoft's ability to program boss fights that track you and punish you for panic dodging. So you'll find here, his sword swings will track you right up until the last moment. So you can't just dodge willy-nilly. You've got to dodge judiciously at the exact moment of the sword coming your way. Because if you try to predict, he's just going to follow you, which you might see. He might be able to... He might end up killing me if I'm like not careful enough. Another big thing about his attacks is... So normally if like a sword enemy comes at you and they swing like right to left, most people will roll through the sword attack and go to the same side where the sword came from because that's often a safe zone. Against Ludwig, that's not often the case because his hitbox actually seems to take up the whole side of his body, but because he's so large, it doesn't cross his body. So I'll try and show an example. So if he does a thrust, it doesn't really do it. But I'm getting walloped. 1, 2. Alright. So like there, so I went to dodge to the side where his sword was coming from, but ended up being hit anyway. And see there, if I was dodging just at the moment of the sword coming down, not so here. A lot of the time when you're versing bosses in Bloodborne, once they queue up an attack, that's it. Like, it's gonna go in that zone. But, oh shit, I accidentally hit the attack button. That's annoying. But yeah, with the bosses in the Old Hunters DLC, they really track you. So you can't just move out of where you expect the hitbox to be. You have to realize that the hitbox is always going to be where you are, and you have to dodge out of it just at that last moment. And if you can, try and abuse your... See there, I dodged a little too early, tried to move out of his aggression zone, and he just followed me. So you've got to... Really is a timing game at this point, as opposed to a positioning game. Good news is these shockwaves are relatively easy to dodge. You can dodge through them or just dodge past them. That's not really a problem. But the problem is you're never safe because he has a dash attack that can pretty much go like half the length of the room. So no matter how, even if you're far away, you're never really out of the clear. So don't think that just because you're far away that it's safe to like heal, because he'll just track you down. You've definitely got to use your healing opportunities like the same as your attacking opportunities. Oh, see that one? I always dodge that one a little too early, and I get nicked by the edge of the sword. Alrighty. This is a free opportunity to heal right here, though. Like that attack. I personally don't use it as an opportunity to attack him because the window is quite small. That's a nice little 4-hit combo that you can memorize. 2, overhead, and then sometimes he does. Sometimes he counts his combo if you're not quite in his aggression range. But yeah, so he really does spin a lot and track you with his attack. So it's important to not, not dodge early basically. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to take that visceral just because I want him to get to low health so he starts using his different attacks. So here we go, this is one of them. So you want to get out of that double range and then dodge around him because he can twist about 90 degrees with this attack. Oh, hello. So if you just sort of stand out of the way when he slams his sword down, he'll nick you with it. So I'll see if I bait around long enough, he'll probably use it again. Alright. See there, I got hit, but I didn't panic roll. I just waited for my opportunity, and then dodge safely. Alright, looks like we've got a couple more watches. This is good. Oh shit, I accidentally hit the heal button. That's all good. Alright, well now we'll actually heal. I better not get hit again, because I'm out of those. Alright. So yeah, in the zone now, just sort of dancing around him. Ooh. That attack usually gets me because he attacks twice quite quickly and the wind-up is longer than I expect. Alright, here we go. So if I stay away, he's actually going to hit me with this because it's such a wide shockwave. So that is an easy way to die. I'm very much a fan of just trying to get in and get behind him when he does that because it is such a good opportunity to attack him as well. So that was a good opportunity to die because I hadn't quite covered everything from his first phase. Got most things, but yeah. In case you can't tell, I'm a big fan of this boss fight. Honestly, it's, in my opinion, probably the most fun part of the game. And again, for those who doubt my credibility, scroll back to the first couple of minutes of the stream, and you can watch me wallop in quite handedly. But again, that's not the point. The point is to learn. Definitely, like the boss fights in this. Oh, I have never seen him start with that attack. That is new. All right, I thought I knew everything, but here we go. That's the attack he normally starts with. That's all right. Look at me learning something. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and attack. So that's one of our 3 opportunities. Let's see, I got greedy there and attacked again only because I knew it was going to stagger him when I hit him. He'll stagger sort of every second to third hit. So you can use that to be a little more aggressive. Oh shit. Goes the wrong way. Let's try it again. So this is a weird 7-hit combo. I'm just going to run backwards. Wasn't fast enough. 1. Alright, so here we're using that clutch underbelly dodge. Because most of his attacks won't hit under his belly, but it does limit your mobility. So it's, yeah. That's his nice little, his short jump. Nice easy one to dodge. Alright, here he is again. Now if you space that correctly, you can position yourself in like a perfect opportunity to hit him after that. Ooh, here we go, you ready? Listen for his little tiny scream. That tells you when he's about to land. It's almost imperceptible, but it's just there. And it's a really good way to know exactly when he's about to land and when you can get it around. But if you can't quite hear it, that's fine. Like, the best thing to do is just to be running so that you don't get hit when he lands. Alright, now I'm not going to take that visceral attack because I'm not done toying around with this part of his phase yet, so this is roll to where he jumped from. Oh, wait, no. Oh, thank fuck. I thought I was about to die there. Alright, there's his little circle, so his little spin attack. It's another easy one. And so that's another free hit there that we can take. That one comes out a bit, there we go. That's, yeah. Look for these 3 attacks he's just used. So his 4-hit combo, his spin attack, and his headbutt. Those are like your safe attacks. If he does those, that's just a nice moment to attack back. Right. And there he lands, but I'm not going to hit him just yet because he's only 1 hit off Damn it! He comboed me nicely there. Alright. And yeah, obviously this is a free chance to hit him a couple of times as well while he's spitting out water or whatever it is. If you are ever like versing Ludwig and really struggling, I do just recommend fighting him like this and just watching his attacks, learning the hitboxes, learning the timings and the audio cues, because it's much easier to dodge attacks when you're not thinking about hitting him back. Obviously, like the end game is to hit back and win the fight, but if you can just learn the counterplay to all his moves, then it just makes the fight easy. Doesn't matter how high a level you are or what round of New Game Plus you're up to, as long as you know what all the attacks do, the boss fight will never be too hard for you. Alright, I might get him after this now. We'll move on to the next part of the fight. So again, I think I've covered everything just about for yeah, I think I've covered just about everything I want to cover for this next part. Also, Jig, New Game Plus, when you finish the game, it just immediately restarts, common in FromSoft games, and the world just gets harder, basically. Like, all the enemies get more damage and more health. The world resets, but you keep all your stuff. So it'll be fun to run through and have all your gear already. You know, keeping all your levels and all your equipment is pretty cool, but the world gets harder every time. And in Bloodborne, it goes up to New Game Plus 6, getting about, I think it's about 30% harder the first time round, and then like 10% from there. But I don't have the numbers memorized personally. But yeah, I'm looking forward to running through New Game Plus 6 on my other file. Should be fun. Should be hard, but fun. Alright, this is our free opportunity. Now, I'm gonna back around because I don't want to get stuck against the fucking wall, because I've died to this guy so many times just because I've been backed up against the goddamn wall. Oof. Every time that attack gets me, I'm just like, nah, I'm not in range, and he just covers half the fucking map. Half the fucking room with his dash. Jesus Christ. Every time. It's alright. As long as you never panic, you're always gonna be fine. Just you wait for your opportunity. It's like doing a little dance, really. Whew. I dodged backwards, not forwards. That's not. Whew. There we go. Oh, that attack gets me every time. Because his wind up before the double hit really is quite long, and every time I just sort of anticipate it a little bit too much, and then get hit by the 1, 2. Alright, what did you say? It's like, yeah. I haven't played Soul Calibur actually, but probably should get onto that sometime, right? I love the music in this fight. Alright, let's start going for some hits, because I want to... Yeah, so don't go for 2 hits, then you get fucked on like I just did. 1, 2... Alright. Another thing he gets you is he doesn't always finish his combos, so you'll learn the combo, and then he won't always do all the attacks from it. Like if you move out of his hitbox, sometimes he'll stop. Oh shit. Alright, let's take that visceral because I want to get him to almost dead so he starts using his different attacks. Like this one, here we go. So if you get hit by that... Oh, I didn't get hit by the blast. That's alright. Well, even if you get hit by his, like, circular blast, you can still dodge out of it, which is good. So I'm gonna try and wait till he uses it again, and then I can show you. Damn it, see there, I dodged a little too early. That's alright. Why not? Oh, didn't quite dodge that. Okay. I was wanting to use his overhead charge attack, if we can. Alright. We'll hit him once more. There, but let him get back up. Now that he's low, he should use his overhead charging thing. I think, maybe? Yep, here we go. Perfect. So if you're a little bit too close and you get hit by that, it's not the end of the world. Just dodge forwards and then to the side. And then just you can get behind him, and he's vulnerable for so many hits after that attack. Alrighty. So I think I probably danced around this guy for long enough. How long have I went through? About half an hour. That's not too bad. Regrettably, this is kind of all I had planned for today. I thought, like, this fight would be, like, you know, enough of a, I thought this fight would drag a bit of the crowd, I guess. I'm gonna let him kill me now. And we'll start the fight again. And so this time I'm gonna copy like the exhibition I did back at the start and just fight him seriously, but I'll try and explain what I'm doing as I'm going as well, because this whole time I've been explaining dodging, but now I'm gonna try and explain my you know, being aggressive at the same time. So now, if you're approaching this trying to maximize your damage, he does count as a beast in his first form, so he'll take more damage from serrated weapons. But in his second phase, he's just there is no damage type. That's, I guess, not. Yeah, it's not a beast. And if you are struggling, he is a little bit weak to fire. Not crazily so, but weak enough that popping some fire paper helps. But I'm not going to bother because I don't need to. So. It usually opens with that, and if you're using a heavy weapon, you can hit him twice and get a stagger. So now, this is one of our free opportunities, so we start walking back in towards him after his third or fourth hit. Just give him a space on that one and get ready to dodge the last hit. Alright, so because I was close, I just went into his belly to get that. Alright, so we're going to run, he's going to linger in the air, and then right as he... Oh no! I'd spaced that just a bit off. Damn it. Oh. Sorry. We recovered. So that little quick headbutt he did, I sometimes use that as a opportunity to attack, but because it doesn't have a lot of downtime, sometimes it can be dangerous to do so. And that sort of charging dash attack combo, I don't usually try and attack afterwards, just because. Oh, alright, so I didn't attack back in time, but I did dodge it that time. Let's heal up. And that is a big attack to have the audio cue memorized for, because it just does so much damage, but it's relatively simple to dodge as long as you're paying enough attention. My kitty's here. Hey, Gandalf. 1, 2, and this is it. So this should be... That's the end of that phase. Okay, now we're gonna fight Sword Boy again. Alright. So there's his shockwave. We're gonna get him close in a moment. There is not a lot of downtime between his attacks, so you really only have time for one hit between his combos. And of course, when you get an opportunity, it's either heal or attack, so... Ooh, fuck. Alright. He's given me a bit of a rest, so... Alright. Dodge, dodge. So the good thing about using like such a big heavy serrated weapon is you can do these high damage bursts which trigger visceral attacks. So it does make the fight a little easier. Alright. So yeah, he can only spin about 90 degrees with that attack, so it is a free opportunity to get in 3 or 4 hits if you're quick about it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty. Bam. Bam. And there we have it. He has been defeated. I think 40 minutes is enough time for beating up on Ludwig. I think that was a good time to call it. Alrighty. And I'm going to say no this time.
Then a beast-possessed degenerate. Does the nightmare
Let's give him a big wallop. Give me that moonlight sword, thank you. Alrighty. Alright, come here, you. Ooh, not today. Maybe someday. Just a few too many attacks. There we go. And predict. Predict wrong. There we go. Just keep shooting. You'll eventually get a parry, right? Ugh. Let me try the other weapon now. Oh, missed that. Alright. Let's just casually walk to where she was standing. Woo! Ah, as if that wasn't a parry. Alright. Love the music in this boss fight. And I said that about the last one, but this one's also good. Alright. Let's get a little hit before she stands up. Oh, a bit too early. Stand out of the way, get some bulk paper going, a couple of hits. She hit me, couldn't hold. Alright, that gives us a chance. Oof, that was a bit of a predict there. I'm lucky that worked out. Alright, and she should be dead in 2-3 hits. Okay. Whew. Apologies for all those deaths. I guess I didn't really practice, but, you know, that does take out, a quick one. Fuck your chair. So her chair is not indestructible. You can destroy that. Unlike Marcel Ligarius. So we'll use the beast cutter with this fight. Let's see how it goes. Alright, come on buddy. Use your jump attack, please. There we go, that's what I want to see. And we'll get one more hit, and then back out. Excellent. Now he'll do some range attacks and do another jump. What? Dash attack instead. Alright. Bye. If you're trying to dodge away, you really have to be like spot on with your timing. Oh, as if that wasn't a backstab. How weird. Oh fuck. No. I locked myself into a heal there. That was really gotta be judicious with when you heal, that's for sure. Should be that. Damn it! Okay, I managed to get the iframe, well, not iframes, but super armor from healing just in time for that dash attack. That was a fluke, but a welcome fluke at that. Alright. Don't know, only 3 lives. Make that 4. I just love that he just jumps right over you. All you have to do is just not move. And it's just free. Alright, we're gonna try for that backstab again. Yes! But fucking missed the visceral, what an idiot. I missed! Fucking hell. Alright. And no. Because I got hit by his explosion, I wasn't able to get a backstab off him there. It's alright. Is he gonna use his lightning attack? No. Here we go. So we wait just a moment. There we go, and then I'm invincible as the lightning comes through me. Perfect timing. That is like the... Oh, well, right into our attack. Let's try it again, shall we? Damn it. Always go for an attack a little too early with that one. I think I'm dead. Oh, thank fuck. If he did like a combo attack, he might have stuck me up there. Alright. He annoyingly covers so much ground with those like thrown... Oh, shit, I don't know what. He covers so much ground when he throws shit that like... it's hard to like dodge between what he throws, but can be done. A bit of backstab. Oh. So good. Let's pop a license plate. Oh shit. Okay, perfect timing on that. Just like dodging behind him as he attacks is just like a good way to not get hit. I think we're just about going here. So I don't want to get antsy. Kind of having too much fun to kill him, but that's why I have a second file. We should, yeah. So it's good just to move the fuck away when he starts using his ranged attacks, because they don't go that far. Oh shit. Oh, goes right into that. Alright, I think that's it. Alright. Kinda wanna... Oh, this is good. Dead! Don't get lightninged. God damn it. Got lightninged. What an uncool way to finish the fight. That sucked. Alright.